On the second day of podcasting, my Nutty gave to me chocolate orange cupcakes. So I succeeded on day 2 in making my chocolate orange cupcakes. When I went to the grocery store, I went and they didn't have any cocoa powder, so I had to make do with box cake mix, which is fine. I still do my own little spin on it. I still use the eggs, but I do not put oil in my box cakes. I just don't like the way that they're very heavy. So I replace all liquid with club soda or seltzer or whatever you want to call it, just that bubbly water. And then I added some chocolate chips to it and I baked them. And my method, 22 minutes, they come out perfect. They're not overcooked. They're not undercooked. They are just perfect. That toothpick comes out perfectly clean. Let that cool. While that's cooling, I used my peeler to peel the zest off of an orange. And I started a simple syrup on the stove and I put those zests, those rinds, those orange rinds into the simple syrup. And I let that boil up and then I let it simmer for a little bit. And then while that was happening, I took my cream cheese and a little bit of butter and I, creamed that up. I add 2 tablespoons of regular sugar and then I add enough of the powdered sugar. And it's usually like, I don't know, 2.5 to 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. Normally I might add a little vanilla extract. It all depends. But for this one, I squeezed the juice of the orange that I had zested or peeled the rind off of. And I put that orange juice in there with it. And then I zested another orange into tiny little pieces. So I did half of that orange in there. A little bit of food coloring just to give the suggestion of orange flavor. And whip that up. And then I was able to pick out the little orange rinds, the little orange zests. I put them into some granulated sugar just to and let them set and cool. I tasted my frosting and I thought, you know what? This is not tasting very orangey to me. So I took a couple of teaspoons of the simple syrup that the rinds were in to give some of that flavor. That simple syrup, by the way, is amazing. And I need to make like some cocktails or just drink it just add it to my seltzer because it is absolutely delicious. Put that in, got enough hint of an orange. I was like, all right, that's pretty good. Frosted the cupcakes. And then I took the candied rinds and put them on top. And then I zested the other half of the orange on top. I did not need to worry about the orange flavor. I did not think it had enough. But once you put that orange rind on top and you eat it with that rind and you've got that fresh zest, that orange flavor comes across. There was nothing more I had to do. I did not try any of the orange extract in the chocolate cupcakes because I had been burned from the night before. I was not making any mistakes. I had no more time because we had to leave. We were planning to leave at 10 o'clock. We ended up leaving at 10:30 because it took so long to get everything done. Because we had to get there to set up and get everything going. We thought we were going to be super duper late. We ended up getting to the potluck. We were the first ones there. We got almost everything set up without anyone else. And and Tech made brisket. So the night before, after I finished my shenanigans, he put his brisket into the oven. It was really half of a brisket, and then let that smoke overnight. He slept downstairs, came up in the middle of the night when he was done, and that came out amazingly. And then he made a quick, as he calls it, his beefy boy sauce. Brought that went in minutes. Everybody took just one slice. Nobody took more than a slice, but it was gone immediately because it was amazing and everybody was singing the high praises. And you took 2 slices? Tech just screamed from the other side. He said, I took 2. You deserve 2 slices because you stayed up making that and you threw out your neck sleeping on the couch to keep an eye on your brisket. So you deserved it. And one of the party goers was telling me that they put the Beefy Boy sauce on their pierogies because the sauce was so good they needed to be able to put it on more things. So they absolutely loved that. And we had a blast. So the party went well. The cupcakes were great. Everybody got a cupcake, and I made a perfect 24. We ended up with 2 left over, so Tech and I get to try some. And yeah, it was a great day. There were so many good foods there. Since I'm talking about food, I got to try lumpia, which is, oh my gosh, it was a chicken lumpia because we have a family that doesn't eat pork who ended up not coming. And then we had I'm going to say it wrong, but I think it's babinka, which is like a rice porridge square dessert thing on top of, what is it? Is it palm leaf, lotus leaf, whatever it was? It was so good. Another Filipino food, fresh pierogies, handmade pierogies, spring rolls. And then one of the other senseis, he makes this amazing lentil curry. So he brought a rice cooker, and so for everybody to have rice. And then there was the lentil curry. There was Rice Krispie treats from another sensei. There was cranberry bread, amazing banana chocolate bread. These dream bars, yes, made by a 12-year-old. Yes, the banana chocolate bread was made by a 12-year-old. It is amazing. She did such a good job last year that she made twice as much this year. Just absolutely amazing. The dream bars were made by a 10-year-old. I think she's 9 or 10-year-old. It's always so good. Everybody makes just a little bit of something. And even the people that run the rec center said, I made a comment about us throwing the best parties, and they said, yeah, yours is the only party I eat at because you do throw the best parties. And it's just a great time to get together and have like that family sense. And when people were starting to filter out, everybody was like, all right, let's clean up. And the tables, we had a whole bunch of tables out, a whole bunch of chairs out, the tables, the chairs, it all got cleaned up in like 5 minutes, I'd say. It was amazing and just great to see. And everybody was picking up. People picked up the brooms. They swept the place. They spot mopped, like took out the garbage. Everyone was awesome. My students are the best students. I'm just going to say that. All right. And I hope that if you have any potlucks coming up, that you do not run into any failures like I did, and you have successes like Tech did. Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukjas, or call 347-NUTTY42.